welcome back to The People's Voice Matters. This is your host, Shelly Bowman. Here we have with us today two wonderful journalists, writers, and also he's going to introduce himself. And he is on the Urban Times. And you can go ahead and start by introducing yourself.
Yes, my name is CAREY DIGSBY. I'm the editor-in-chief with Urban Times magazine. Also, just recently came out with a book called This Tree Bears Fruit, and it's pretty much an encouragement to brothers and sisters in regards to relationships, love, and how we just need to treat each other.
That's awesome. And what inspired you to write Urban Times?
Well, Urban Times was basically, it started off as a blog, so to speak. I always would get individuals that would come to the Charlotte area and they would ask me, where's the best restaurants, where are the best venues to visit, or any type of businesses that could actually take care of them or help them out. So it started off as a blog, and then from there it gravitated to become a website, and then after that it actually became a full-fledged magazine. And the reason why is because our large part of our demographic are women. Right. And a lot of times we would hear from them, oh, if I just had this when I'm sitting in the beauty salon, or just something, I saw something on the website and I would love to show this to my girlfriends. So it just became that. It became born out of fruition. So.
Oh, that's awesome. And what exactly is Urban Times? What does it consist of? I know it's a very resourceful book from what you're telling us, but can you give us a little more detail, like what it consists of, what exactly it is?
Yeah, Urban Times, well, it's interesting. Urban Times is the type of magazine that we wanted to establish that actually shows the positive side of media. Right. So many times in media, we see these negative things on the news, or we see things that we really don't want our kids to be able to be involved in. So Urban Times basically helps promote many businesses, entertainers, and it shows the positive side of actually media, whether it be spoken word, music. It's the best that we have to offer to those that are out there.
And what is it generally targets? What's your target area for the magazine?
For the magazine itself, demographics, 63% of them are women. It's the age between 22 and 45. And it actually it gravitates to various areas such as fashion, music, again, spoken word, great places to eat, or even businesses that have tried to establish a foothold in the Charlotte or surrounding areas. So basically we go to them and we actually help promote them to where they need to be.
That's awesome. And what determines the content of each category? I know, is it separated by categories?
It is. It is definitely. We always look for great restaurants, and we like to tell the public about it. So each section itself is geared to a certain demographic. So like for yourself, like say for example, if you really wanted to find out the best up and coming artists in the Charlotte area, you could go to the Artist Spotlight. Wow. And then say for example, if you wanted to find out primary businesses that could actually give back to the community, you would go to our Business Spotlight. So it basically is set up so therefore it's just that certain jewel or something special for that individual to go and check out.
That's awesome. What has been your most intriguing interview that you have done so far?
Oh wow, I would say the most intriguing interview, and it's interesting because I really should turn it over to TYMES Blake, because she's been a primary journalist for us, and I would say it would be our recent interview with Ida Devine. She's an outstanding individual.
That's awesome. And since she's going to turn it over.
Yes, shocker.
Intriguing.
I definitely would have to say Ida, because she was lively. When we met with her, she wasn't afraid to be herself, and that's a lot. That's what we look for. We feed off their energy, and if we can't get their energy, it's kind of hard to conduct a good interview without knowing where their heart is.
Right. Yes, got the passion. And what exactly inspired you to be a journalist?
Well, it's kind of him. Well, I started out with writing my two books, Through the Eyes of a Child and Through the Eyes of a Child, Out of the Fire and in the Storm. And those two books were based on my life and my sister's life, my siblings. And from that point on, I just didn't want to stop writing. I've always been a writer. I mean, creative writing was my niche. And actually, I wrote for EB magazine, and then CAREY sent me something on Facebook. You know, he had been following my work, and I submitted it to him, and that's what started it. He loved it, you know, and you know, with his magazine, the magazine has a lot of, I say, integrity. You know, it's something that it's respectable. So when my kids can flip open that magazine, I'm not embarrassed by what's in there. I'm not embarrassed to say this is what I represent. Right. So that was the main thing, writing for his publication.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
It's so awesome. Since this is your publication, what inspired you to choose the name of Urban Times?
Well, it's interesting because my background, being in the arts and originally from Long Island, New York, I've always had that connection with basically urban. And a lot of times people look at the connotation of urban being negative, but it's not that. I mean, because in upstate New York, the different boroughs and the different areas that people go to, I mean, there's such a rich history and a lot of livelihood. I mean, from like my dad owned he owned a store in downtown Jamaica, Queens.
Wow.
So, you know, when you're in Jamaica, Queens, and that's the urban area, you had that, and plus you had Chinese restaurants, and you had, you know, the laundromats and things of that nature. There's so much rich culture that was there, and we all interacted and combined with each other to grow. So when I moved here, that was one of the things, being urban. You know, I look at it as a positive and not a negative. And in Times, which is kind of a play on, you know, of course, Los Angeles Times or whatever sort, but it's Times. It's like what we're dealing with right now. It's what helps us grow. It's what helps us be encouraged. It helps us motivate each other in the urban community. And that's what I really wanted to do. I really wanted to get back into connecting with the urban community and informing them of those best treasures that are out there that a lot of people don't know about. And as small businesses as well, I want to be able to provide an outlet for them to affordably get the word out about their business to the masses.
Absolutely.
So hence the reason Urban Times.
Absolutely, that's awesome. And I like the positive aspect that you guys are representing to the community, because everything urban is not bad. And it's great that you guys are considering a positive standpoint on how urban is built and different resourcefulness, you know, giving us resources that we need. And also, how long has it been around?
We actually came out in 2008, so I mean we're going on 5 years strong. It's been a blessing because we've been fortunate enough to have many writers, some serious talent exhibited in there, some great businesses that have grown from the publication or grown by word of mouth, and just bridging the gap. I mean, we pride ourselves in making introductions in business. So at one time we used to do a lot of networking events, and that was the main tool, was to introduce a business to a particular person that has a need, and then from there. So I mean, for 5 years, it's been a blessing. We hope to have many more to come.
That's right, and it will, because of your positivity, and I do believe many more for you guys. And tell me a little bit more about yourself as a person, because I know that being a writer, it's a part of you. I also write, but being a writer, I know that it's a part of you and something in the inside that drives you to that passion to write and be creative in writing. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Because I know that when you start writing, sometimes you go back to childhood, like you said, one of your books was childhood, and how you grew up, because people need to hear that, because it's more like a testimony. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, like I said, with the first 2 books, it's more geared towards me and my sister. And I went through a lot of things growing up, to the point to where writing was my only way out of what I was going through. I mean, even in school, the highest scores, math, I failed. Creative writing, you know, I scored the highest that you could. So I was sent to Northwest School of the Arts because of my writing and sketching. Thank you. Yeah, I don't draw anymore, but you know, I do sticks. But with that, it's just I get excited. I get excited about the grass. I get excited about the wind and the sun and stuff that normal people, you know, really don't take into account. You know what I mean? Like, I have a lot of family that has passed. Like my sister has just recently passed away. And I think about what they miss if they were here. Would they appreciate the fresh air? Would they appreciate even just the smoke that you smell from the back of a car when it's riding past? So when I write, I look at the things that most won't take into account. So, and to me, I write with passion, and if you don't have that, it's going to show in your work. And I don't consider it work because it's just what I do. But, you know, and a greater part of me, it's just my downtime, you know, where most club, I write. When I do go to the movies, I do watch TV, but most of the time, that's my time to get away. I write, you know, so if I can write a good poem, I'm like, okay, I can pull people in with the waves. You know, the color of the ocean, just the sand under the bottom of your feet, I can pull you in. I write, and that's pretty much, you know, I'm not always a writer. I'm pretty much that one that you don't want to wake up to in the mornings, you know, because I have 8 kids now.
That's all right. That's all right.
But I'm just as normal as anybody else, you know. What is normal? You know, so I have to have a cup of coffee before my feet hits the floor in the morning. I work full time. You know, I work at Carolina's Healthcare. When writing with CAREY or for CAREY, it gives me a drive. You know, it's a rush because I'm like, how can I make this good?
But you are, to close you out,
No.
you are a creative person. You write what you're thinking, so you write your vision. So your vision is still there and your drawing is still there in your mind. This closes out the session of the People's Voice Matters, and we want to thank our guests for coming today. Please stay tuned for next week's session at 3:30 on Thursday.
Thank you. Like I said, thank you.
Too much on my mind. Too much on my mind. Too much on my. Here I am thinking again, all lost in my brain. When I know I should get up and get out of bed, I gotta keep moving. But here I am, lost all up inside my brain. Can't stop thinking, reminiscing. Can't stop, can't let go. But when I wake up, and one day I will do it, yeah. I have let you go, and everything I went through was beautiful. I have let you go, and everything I went through was beautiful. Maybe I right now can't see the forest full of trees, so lost behind hurt. But I'm trying every day exponentially to move forward, yeah. Ooh, do you know how it feels to be lost? But when I wake up, everything I went through will be beautiful. When I wake up, and I will wake up, hey, it's gonna be beautiful. Down to my left side, feeling like I could fly, all day up high. Sweeter than the sugar on a cinnamon treat, or an ice cream. That was me, but I'm feeling like I'm in a nightmare. Fear of loving somebody everywhere. Oh Lord, I need this confirmation, this affirmation that when I wake up, when I wake wake up, yeah.